Dude, I was so close to winning that. Ah.
I talked to John.
I don't know if John wants me to stay.
I said, "Do you want to leave? I want to vote out Lake." That's what he said. And he's like, "Nah."
That was his exact words, was it?
That's what I said.
That's what you. Why'd you say that? No.
To see if he wants you out. Like, I was like, "Yo, I think we're on the same page. We're absolutely on the same page. Let's get thrown out. Let's get Lake." And he said, "I don't think I want to vote you. I don't think I want to vote Lake." That's what he said.
Okay, so I want to. Okay, so the one person who I didn't want to win individual immunity. One individual immunity, that was a 1 in 5 chance, and it happened, so I'm quite annoyed that I won't be able to convince people to send Psy home because he's controlling American Ferry, or at least that's what it's perceived as. So that means that it'll either have to be me or Dahi going home, and I just have to hope that I can get people to take up Dahi instead of me. If either of us had an idol, we would send home Ferry or Americ, but unfortunately we can't do that.
Okay.
He said, "I want Lake gone, but not this vote."
He wants me gone, but not. Okay, right.
That's why he said. That's why he said I really one shot to make him.
I know. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so upset that I didn't know he had that. Right. Yeah. No. I don't think it's a good idea for me. I do think.
So, we're gonna have to just go for each other, and I think I'm gonna get a vote this tribal at least. My name's definitely out there, and it's scary. But I think I can convince them to take out Dahi, simply because I've been awful at challenges this season. Dahi's won 2 immunities. Who's more likely to win the final immunity challenge, me or Dahi? It's gonna be Dahi, so I can convince them to take him out over me, because they'll have a better chance at winning immunity and just taking me out next. And then I have to hope that I can win the final immunity, because there is no way that I'll be going to the end otherwise.
Well, I did try to come back to find you after I went for it, because I spent quite a fair bit looking for it, so I was just looking in the wrong place at the start. I take it you were all on the end island?
I don't remember. Oh yeah. We were at the start.
Yeah, I went to Pink Moon, so...
Alright, so... question is either Dahi or Lake. I think Lake could be the good way to go here. Get Lake out here. Because I feel like he's the type of personality where if he makes a final 3, he'll just have that personality boost where he'll get votes because of that. And I also still think he could put together a strong argument for a win. Alright, so going into Tribal today, I finally won an individual immunity. I've been to I think I've only missed 2 Tribals this whole game, so it feels nice to finally have a full 100% security. But I think tonight's vote is easily between Lake and Dahi. They both have pros to vote out and cons. If you completely disagree with me, just feel free to.
I mean, I could see your reasoning for either. I think Dahi would make more sense to be voting for at this point. So...
Yep, me too.
Just for the sheer fact that these are stronger challenges, so...
True.
Just more worried that he could maybe, perhaps snag immunity next time, so... Alright, now that challenge is out of the way and didn't quite go the way that I wanted. I feel like I'm still quite safe in my position. I don't feel like my name has been thrown around. I feel like there is still... I feel like that the vote is strongly leaning towards Dahi at this point, and so... no, I'd like to help him out, but there's no one else that I would like to vote out, so unfortunately I have to vote for him out. Then again, Lake is competent as well, so...
The thing is, if Lake makes it to FTC, I think he for sure has Glenn's vote. He probably would have coolists over me, or any of us 3. Who else is on jury? I think he'd have dibs, probably.
That's the thing though, again, it's a good scenario to have us as 3 yellows there, so all the others wouldn't have be
because it's a majority green-purple jury.
Okay, final 5. This is interesting now. So, we are 3 yellows and 2 purples, so there are 2 ways you could go. Way 1. path 1 is to keep the yellow crew together and walk to tribal to FTC together, go there together, and hope that, well, there won't be purple there to get the votes from the green and OG green and OG purple people, because they would have made it against the odds, against like that perceived strong yellow alliance, which is not true actually. But yeah, just like speak openly. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been like in many chats and have been the target many times, so I feel like as a, well, when on jury, I really value people. I think my personal best bet for FTC would be to go there with Emeric for sure, because he has done nothing in my opinion, and Lake, because he has done nothing in my opinion, but people kind of see him as a threat. So yeah, I just hope that Psy loses next time, who have been targets before but still made it far. That's why I went so hard after Lucity last vote.
Oh yeah,
so,
because nobody would have wanted to sit next to Lucity.
Yeah, that's the point.
So yeah, that's entirely fair. So like, if the number is like 0.2 million, you're not very sure. Just vote Dahi out.
And yeah, I think though that Dahi is the biggest threat at this point, because he has been in the chat, like he's been in the focus for a while now. Not as much as Lucity, but he can build a case at FTC based on his challenge performance, mixed with being in the in the target kinda a couple of times. So let's see how this vote goes.
Okay, there's something dodgy about you.
Alright, I'm gonna be real with you, dude.
You want me out?
I don't necessarily want you out, but I think you're going home tonight.
Gary wants me out. He told me.
Yeah.
Does Lake say that?
Yeah, Lake's writing your name.
Great. I'm gonna write Lake then. And Ferry wants me out, so it's... Would you save me?
I won't be able. I wouldn't be able to make that decision till the actual tribal.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. I think you winning 3, or was it 2, individual immunities just like kinda sets you in stone compared to Lake, you know?
But Lake is more of a social threat, so like, you know that Lake would be. We were talking about it earlier. We were like, you were not gonna let Lake go to FC, and like, if Lake wins the challenge, then you're kind of fucked. I'm just saying.
Well, I think you have a better chance at winning a Final Four challenge than Lake.
That's true.
And I think you can agree with that.
Lake, no, I can. Well, depends on the challenge, but my point is also, Lake will beat both me and you at FTC.
Would he beat me though? I really don't know. I think you definitely beat me, but I don't know about Lake.
Oh, I'm sure Lake would beat both of us. We were talking about it earlier. If you're in the jury and you see Lake, and if you see Lake,
Ferry, Lake, and Emeric.
If you see me, Lake, and America, also you would go for Lake.
Alright, well, I've lost the challenge, which is... I don't know, I've polled people and said the vote is obviously Lake, trying to make it like, yeah, why would you vote me over the Lake? And I feel like they're buying it, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm scared, because 5 people left, and I have like 1 immunities, and people are gonna like use that against me, especially Lake, because I think he knows that I'm going for him.
Like, people in the jury just see me as this random guy who's just made it. Like, at least just give me that, man. At least, like, make me reach Final Four. Because, like,
no, I can see that, so...
You know? Like, at least give me the benefit, like... I don't know, I hope you understand.
No, I can see where you're coming from, so that's making... So, you're thinking Lake, right?
Of course, that's the biggest threat. And frankly, like, me and you could have a pretty, like, alright battle for FTC. I think you're a bit in that advantage, maybe I am. But I don't know.
I'm honestly really unsure where I stand right now, so... I feel like
I
I've
think,
just
okay, here. If it helps, in my eyes, if I was jury, I see you, like, you and Ferry are pretty much, like, both the same thing. You're just average players that made it so far and could win depending on who goes. But I'm telling you, John or Lake, if John or Lake make it, you're kind of fucked. And, like, I've heard a lot of, like, talk about Ferry saying, like, yo, let's bring Murray, because nobody's gonna, like, beat him. or no, you're not gonna be nobody, stuff like that. So I don't know, if you bring John or Lake, then it's gonna be hard.
I don't know. I think logically people would think, oh yeah, Lake's definitely more of a threat than Dahi, but you never know. Lake's a really good talker, and I'm just scared because this one is just me versus Lake, size 1 immunity, which is just frustrating. Like it's awful. He has to go at Final Four, or he's just gonna win this game. I really hope he doesn't win next immunity, if I'm here, that is. I don't know. It's just it's scary. It's scary because I could really be the one going, but I think I'll be fine if I pull my cards right. And I'll try to get Lake out, even though he's been my closest ally this entire game. Well, this entire merge.
That's all I'm saying. You and Ferry stand like a pretty equal chance.
We didn't
So,
hold
like,
one
if
for.
if FTC is you, Ferry, and me, we're gonna have a pretty good, like, we're all three of us are gonna have a pretty good chunk. But if you bring either John or Lake, you're gonna be fucked. And the only person we can get out now is Lake. So